My name is Bang by Siboliban.
Chamchai Siboliban Mukai.
And both of us were born in Vientiane, Laos. I'm 35, she's 36.
We left Laos and lived in a refugee camp in Thailand, and then from there we immigrated to San Francisco, and then from there we moved up to Seattle.
I was only 3 months old when we left the country, so I don't remember anything.
I don't remember, but the thing is I've heard stories, and so I feel like they're part of my memory, which seems unrealistic since I was 3. It was a pretty secretive ordeal. We have an uncle that lived in Thailand, and he paid folks to help us escape Laos. So we didn't have a plan. There was so basically 2 men came and told us that day that we were leaving Laos and that we couldn't pack, and so we basically had to pretend we were going to the movies and then just dressed like we were going to see a show, and then we just left that night and didn't go back to Laos.
Yeah, and our dad didn't tell our grandparents that we were leaving, and it was just like that, just dropped and left.
I remember we lived in a small apartment in San Francisco and playing in the streets in the Tenderloins. I think because we were so young, it was very difficult to understand what was really happening, and we kind of grew up thinking that that was the norm, that people came to the US the way we did. And I think as kids you don't really understand the big picture. You just see what is going on in your world, and you think maybe that happens in everybody's house.
And I feel like I really didn't have much awareness of it even until after I finished college. And it really just came about from wanting to know more about that time. But as a kid, it was never something I thought about.
Well, we did grow up with some Lao folks that came on the airplane with us to San Francisco, and so they were put up in the same apartment complex that we were in, and so we grew up with them, calling them our cousins, our uncles, our aunts, but they had no blood relation to us. They kind of became our extended family, if you will, and we still keep in contact with them, but we lived very different lives.